Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Faction Inspection. In these videos we will go through every faction in the game, ranking them via 8 categories. Starting domain, infantry, cavalry and monsters, ranged, siege, military production, economy and looks. Each category can give between 1 to 5 points, and at the end of every video we will take a look at the total amount of points given to the specific faction. Bear in mind that this is my personal opinion, so you should take these videos with a grain of salt. In today's episode we will take a look at Rhûn and their golden soldiers. Does the dragon regiments of Rhûn instill fear in their opponents, or are they as weak as the goblins? Are the golden horses of Rhûn capable to make those crushing charges as the tales are telling us? Today we will find out. When starting your game as Rhûn, you only own one settlement. You are surrounded by rebel towns. Haste is important for you here. You need to further your borders as fast as you can to ensure stable economic growth and to unlock key units for you. The more regions you capture, the more units you will be able to recruit, until you unlock the chariots, which are your last unit to get from expansion. Starting off as Rhûn is harder than it used to be, but you will still be able to form your own empire quite fast if you take the right choices. And most of the close-by rebel regions are quite wealthy for you. In this category I'm going to give Rhûn 3 points. One settlement to start with is not good, but the rebel settlements around you are strong and wealthy, most of them. As Rhûn, you have a mixture of troops to go with. Your starting units match the quality of Gondor's starting units. The Aerial Dragon Guard will play a big role for you in the first 50 turns of your campaign. Make sure you unlock them. But it is when you unlock your golem forces Rhûn truly shines brightly. Not just because you have the golden armor, but because of the stats and types of infantry you have here. The Flagrim, perfect when facing heavily armored opponents. Yes, they have a poor charge, but you want them to stay in combat and slowly melt those armored foes down. The Gamprim, a solid pike unit that will be super useful for you, especially since you're an evil nation, and most of the best cam in the game belongs to the good nations. The Guildsmen, a perfect flanking force with a high attack stat. And the Skion Rim, a really strong spear unit that will hold the line for ages. Try to get the smiths up as Rhûn. You don't have the highest defense on your forces, so 3 extra points in armor will do wonders for you. In this category I'm going to give Rhûn 3.5 points. You have some solid troops here, but not enough to get a 4. Possibly the category where Rhûn shines the most in is the cavalry section. You don't have that much to choose from here, and your early cav is quite mediocre. The units to pay attention to here is the chariots and the Innas Rim. The Suryut chariots, once unlocked, can really do wonders for you on the field. Used to create chaos on your foe's battle line. Keep them on the move constantly, or they will fall swiftly. In here comes one of the most feared cavalry in the game, the Innas Rim, which is also my rank on Issy's Discord server. Sorry, just had to say that. But yes, the Innas Rim are really a force to be feared on the field of battle, with their 13 charge. One thing to add is that the Innas Rim aren't restricted at all, so you will be able to recruit them everywhere. In this category I'm going to give Rhûn 4 points because of your late game power. As Rhûn, you have a few options in the ranged category. One unit that shouldn't be underestimated is the Balkoth Tribesmen. They can seriously hurt their early game foes quite hard. You have quite the low missile attack on your troops here, but you have many types of ranged troops. Javelins, crossbows, archers, and even flask throwers is in here. One thing to take into account is that you are the only nation that will be able to use fire arrows. Perfect when trying to destroy a ram before it can reach your gates. In this category I'm going to give Rhûn 3 points. You don't have the best performance here, but you have some unique features as Rhûn in this category. You are one of the factions with just the regular siege weapons. They alone are of course capable to dish out a ton of damage on your foes and their settlements. In this category I'm going to give Rhûn 2.5 points, as with all that only have the standard siege weapons. As Rhûn, you're located somewhere in the middle when it comes to producing armies for you. Not the fastest, but not the slowest either. Since you only start with one region in the game start, producing armies will be hard for you. But once you start snatching those rebel regions, you're in for a better treat. One more thing here is that most of your troops aren't restricted, so you will be able to produce powerful units even when you find yourself far away from home. In this category I'm going to give Rhûn 3 points. You are just in the middle in this category. As I have told a few times now, make sure you capture those rebel regions swiftly, for they are wealthy. In Mataram you will be able to build really strong mines, so Mataram is really important for you. Once you capture the close by sea regions, you will also be able to build some ports around you to create a strong trading network. As Rhûn, you are a bit restricted. You cannot construct the largest cities, but that's it. In this category I will give Rhûn 3 points. Once you have captured a few of those close by rebel regions, you can really make much money as Rhûn. Rhûn is such a nice nation to look at. The golden troops look so damn good in my opinion. But your early tier units is nothing special really. Rhûn was actually my favorite faction in the game a few years ago, simply for their golden forces. The helmets the elites use kinda looks like the Greek Corinthian helmet, which probably is my favorite helmet from the ancient times. In this category I'm going to give Rhûn 4 points. They could have gotten a 5 here, but the early units is just not on par with the golden guys. Thank you all for watching. Rhûn takes a hold of spot number 2 with their 26 points. I really hope you enjoy the video, and in the next video I will do a good nation. So type in the comments on the good faction you would like to see. The comment with the most likes is the one I will go for. As always, have a wonderful day. Goodbye to you all.